What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday afternoon. We're going to make this quick. I'm only going to take about 10 minutes for this one. Just want to give you all a quick message on this Friday afternoon about buying time. Time being our most valuable resource out here in these streets. We need to know how to get more of it as quickly as possible, being that there's a limit to time. All of us are on the clock. Every single one of us is on the clock. So for those of you who don't know me, actually, everybody who's coming in, shout yourselves out in the comment section. Tell me your name, where you checking in from as y'all come in here. And I'm going to introduce myself, then we're going to get into this. I told you we're going to make this one quick. My name is Dre Baldwin. I'm a former 9-year pro athlete, author of 33 books. I'm the creator of this whole brand called Work on Your Game. I've done 4 TED Talks. And what I do is I take the mindset and the strategies to help athletes get to the top 1% in sports. And I have this ability to translate the stuff that works in the sports world, translate it over to the business world. And I can explain this stuff. That's what I've been doing for the last 18 years online. I don't like I've been online for 18 years, but I have been online for 18 years. And I shout out to Latvia in the building. So let's get into this, because I talked about this a couple weeks ago on my masterclass. Some of y'all call this a podcast, where I talked about using your money to multiply in 2023, because everybody here wants to multiply. I think all of you want to improve through multiplication and exponents, and growth exponentially rather than growing in addition. Addition is 1 + 1, then you get the 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiplication is 5, 10, 15, 20, and exponents go even bigger. You get 3, 9, 27. It goes bigger, bigger, faster and faster. So that's what I want to talk about. And if you're familiar with my work, then you know that I've talked about how there are 5 forms of investment: time, money, attention, energy, and focus. And time is the most valuable one, because time is the only one you can't get back. If you run out of energy, attention, or focus, if you take a nap or take a break or you go to sleep at night, you wake up the next day, you usually get more of all of those back. You run out of money, you can make more money back. You can lose a lot of money in a short period of time. You can gain a lot of money in a short period of time. Time is the only one that's a constant that keeps going. You lose the exact same amount every minute that everybody else in the world does, and there is no way to get more of it back. So I'm not telling you how there's a way to get time back. What I'm telling you is how you can actually buy time, metaphorically speaking, but you are literally buying time, because I'm going to explain to you exactly how this works. So the first thing is this: money is simply a medium of exchange. Okay, everybody needs to understand what the purpose of money is. Purpose of money is to utilize it to get the things that you want. That's the reason why money exists. All money is a promissory note that says, all right, I'll give you this, you give me that. And because we believe in the government that the money is backed by, we trust money as a medium of exchange. That's the only reason. If we stop trusting the government, stop trusting the Federal Reserve, then money becomes completely worthless. So the value of money is as a medium of exchange. Okay, that's the purpose of money. Use it to get what you want. That doesn't mean you need to take all your money and go get the things that you want. It's good to have it, because when you have it, now you know you have the potential to do what you want. It's like potential energy. I can do whatever I want because I have all this money anytime I decide to do something. Kinetic energy is when you actually go use the money. Kinetic energy is simply money in motion. It's energy in motion, rather. So that is the purpose of money. Money alone is not worth that much, because every day the value of your money goes down a little bit because of what we call inflation. So when you make investments with your money, what you're actually doing is multiplying your opportunities. You're multiplying your power and giving yourself different things that you now have the potential to do, because you are using your money to make investments. And if you ever listen to anybody who talks a lot about finance, one of the things they talk about money is you want to send your money out to go get more money back. That's the purpose of using money. You put your money out somewhere, and ideally the money comes back. And it doesn't mean every time you spend money, you're going to make money back. For example, if you pay for a gym membership, you don't get paid for coming to the gym. All right, that $50 or $100 you spend on the gym membership, you don't get that money back. But what you get to do in the gym, exercise, meet people, get in good shape, feel good, be healthier, all of that stuff is worth the money that you're willing to spend, because that lifestyle and that energy and how good you look and the friends you meet and living 15 years longer than you otherwise would have lived is worth $50 a month. So these are the kind of calculations we need to be doing in our head any single time that we take money out of our pocket or out of our accounts and give it to somebody else, whether you're using cash, credit card, et cetera, et cetera. And if any of you is familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, he wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What did he say? He said, poor people work for money, while rich people make money work for them. So what I just explained to you is exactly what I mean. You go invest in a stock or some real estate, what are you doing? You're putting the money into that thing because you are betting, hopefully wisely, that putting money into this, I'm going to make more money back than I had to put in. All right, that is basically the very concept, generally the concept of what investing is. So now we understand that. Moving to point number 2. The reason why this matters so much, buying time, is because we have an emotional connection to money, but we don't have such an emotional connection to time. And this is a mistake. The reason that this is a mistake is because our time is worth more than our money. Because again, how many of you has ever lost a big amount of money in a very short period of time? Probably everybody. Or spent a big amount of money in a short period of time? Everybody. How many people here has ever made a whole bunch of money in a short period of time? Probably everybody. None of you has ever lost a whole bunch of time in 1 minute. In 1 minute, the only amount of time you can lose is 1 minute. I don't care what you were doing during that 1 minute. You only lost 1 minute. And nobody has ever gained a minute of time. Nobody in the history of the world has ever gained a minute of time. Everybody, every single minute, you are 1 minute older. You are 1 minute closer to dying. Every single human on the planet. This is the only thing that equalizes everybody, is that time is a constant for everyone, and it runs the exact same pace, the exact same amount for every human being on the planet. So if somebody stole $5 of your money, you will probably fight to the death to defend that $5. But if somebody stole 5 minutes of your time, you would blow that off. You would just brush that off like it wasn't anything. Whereas the time is much more valuable than the money. Again, your time is more valuable than your money, which is why you should be looking for ways to use your money to get yourself more time. That's what investing means, or at least financial investing. You put money into something because you understand that putting money into this thing is going to help me achieve an outcome faster than I would have achieved it had I not put money into this thing. That's the reason why you use the money. Because if you achieve the outcome faster, what did you do? You just bought yourself some time. So let me give you an example. So let's say let's use exercise again. Let's say you were working out and you're trying to lose 30 pounds. Now you could just run around the block a couple times every day, take a walk and do 100 push-ups in your house every day. You could do that. Or you could go spend $100 a month and go to the gym, hire yourself a personal trainer, get some sessions and work out with the trainer. Now one option costs $0. The other option costs $100. Now, why spend $100 and go to the gym and hire a trainer if you could just do push-ups and sit-ups at home and walk around the block? Why spend $100? The reason why you spend $100 a month is because at the gym, with the equipment at the gym, the knowledge that you're going to get from the other people at the gym, and the things you're going to learn from the personal trainer, you will lose that 30 pounds 6 months faster than you would lose it if you lost it at all doing everything at home by yourself. So in 6 months, your gym costs $100 a month. Let's just do simple calculation. Your gym costs $100 a month. In 6 months, you spent $600 to achieve an outcome 6 months faster. So here's the question that you have to ask. Is 6 months of your time worth $600? If the answer is no, then you should not invest in the gym. If the answer is yes, or your time is worth more than $600, 6 months of your time is worth more than $600, for most of you, the answer probably is yes. The only way it can't be yes is if you make $1,200 a year, because that's how much $600 a month in 6 months would be worth. $600 per 6 months would be worth. If you make more than $1,200 a year, the 6 months of your time is worth at least $600. Okay? So that means you definitely should invest because you're going to achieve the outcome a whole lot faster. This is the only question you should ask yourself anytime you make a financial investment into anything. If I go to this event, if I hire this coach, if I sign up for this course, if I read this book, am I going to achieve an outcome faster through putting my money into this than I would if I didn't put my money into it and I just continue doing whatever I'm doing up to this point? You should be asking yourself that question. And when you have a simple rubric for answering the question, because you need to know how much money your time is worth, when you know the answer, then it's easy to know when to invest and when not to invest. And many people don't know how much their time is worth. They don't have and I'm talking about literally a dollar amount. I'm not talking about you saying my time is priceless, because I remember I asked people this question. Some people said my time is priceless. Well, no, it's not. I mean, if your time is priceless, then what did you say when you went to your job and they said, what's your expected salary? Did you say priceless? No, you gave them a number, right? You need to know how much your time is worth. When you know how much your time is worth, then it's easy for you to make a decision about when to invest and when not to invest. So one of the biggest things that I've been telling people in my audience this year is you need to be using your money to buy yourself time. How do I achieve this outcome faster? By using my money to get access to insights, information, tactics, strategies, and approaches that will help me achieve this outcome faster than I would have achieved it had I not made the investment, had I did everything on my own, had I kept doing the same thing that I've been doing up to this point. And let's keep something in mind. I just put this episode out on my podcast yesterday. And the question was, are you lazy, stupid, or arrogant? The challenge for many people is that they are too arrogant in their own minds to admit that what they're doing is not working. And let's keep this in mind. The number one indicator of future performance is past performance and current performance. So look at yourself. Look at what you did in 2022. Look at the progress that you made last year. If that progress, if you want to do that same amount of progress this year, that incremental progress, the same amount this year, then you don't need to make any investments. Just keep doing the same stuff that you've been doing. But if you would like to achieve more faster this year than you did last year, then you need to do something different. And usually to do something different, you can use your money. This is the fastest way to make a difference. Use your money to get access to insights, information, strategies, techniques, and approaches that will help you do things that you otherwise would not have done based on your own inside thinking. The challenge for a lot of people, though, is, again, they are not willing to admit, hey, there's something that I don't know, some approach that I'm not taking that I need to get access to, that, you know what, if I just invest in this, I can get access to that. I can get that information. I can get that help. I can take that step. I hear from people all the time who just believe, well, hey, I'm going to just keep doing the same thing that I've been doing. Well, listen, doing the same thing that you've been doing got you to where you're at right now. Are you making progress fast enough to get to where you want to go at this pace? For most people, the answer is no. I've never talked to anybody who said, Dre, I want to make the exact same amount this year that I made last year. Nobody ever says that. Nobody ever says, I want to make the exact same amount of progress this year than I made last year. Most people want to do more, better, further, faster, stronger, harder. Most people want to do more, and they want to multiply all the time. If you want to multiply your results, you got to multiply your inputs. You can't get multiple outputs without giving multiple inputs. That's arrogance. It's like you're going to the universe and saying, hey, universe, I'm going to pay you the same amount that I paid you yesterday, but I want you to give me 10 times the results. Tell me, where in the world does that make sense? Any of you ever been to a vending machine before? I talked about that in my book, Work on Your Game, which you can see the spine of it. You see it right here, Work on Your Game. Talk about the vending machine of success. Everybody knows how a vending machine works, right? You go to a vending machine, there's a Snickers bar. It says $1 for the Snickers bar. You put $1 in the machine, you push the button, you get the Snickers bar. You can't go back to the Snickers bar 10 minutes later after you ate that Snickers and say, all right, look, vending machine, I'm going to give you $1 again, but this time I want 2 Snickers bars, a Skittles, and a pack of M&Ms for the exact same dollar. The vending machine is not going to give you that. It's not going to work. They'll come cart you away, take you to a facility. You go around thinking that happens, right? You can't put the same inputs and expect a larger output. So in 2023, you have to ask yourself, where am I going to change my inputs so that it makes sense for me to expect a larger output? This is the value of investing. And this is where you got to be strategic about where you're making your investments. Because what investing does, this is the last point I want to share here, investing multiplies your time. That's what it does. When you make good investments, you buy yourself time because you are achieving outcomes faster. So let's just say if you have 40 more years of life to live, none of us knows how much time we got. You got 40 more years of life to live. Instead of it taking you 10 years to get to the goal you want, now you get there in 5 years. So instead of having 30 years to enjoy your success, now you got 35 years to enjoy your success. You just bought yourself 5 years of time. How much is 5 years of time worth to you? If you're on your deathbed right now and the doctor said, look, I'll give you 5 more years to live, you just got to give me a price. Tell me how much money you're willing to give me for 5 more years. What number would you offer? How much money would you offer the doctor for 5 more years of time? This is the way you got to think about investing. If I could achieve my goals this much faster, how much is that worth in money? Is it worth investing in this course, this program, this coach, this mastermind, this event, this whatever you're about to invest in? This is the value of using money. Now, some of you might think, well, Dre, why are you just talking about money? Can't you invest in other ways? Sure, you can invest in other ways. The thing is, the world that we're in today is the collaboration era. The best way for you to get ahead is to collaborate, putting your brain with another person's brain. You create what they call a mastermind. Napoleon Hill talked about this in Think and Grow Rich, and you achieve outcomes that much faster because you are collaborating with another person's intelligence and your insights. This is where you use money. And usually to get access to someone's best insights and intelligence and strategies and information, you pay them because they're usually selling something that is worth higher level outcome. You are willing to pay for that because you did the calculation. If I pay $500 for this course, that'll buy me 6 months of time. Is 6 months worth $500? Again, the only way 6 months is not worth $500 is if you only earn $1,000 a year. It's just simple mathematics, folks. So when you can break these things down in this way, it makes it much easier for you to make decisions. And you need a rubric for making decisions. You need a framework for decision making. Okay, this is why the investments that you make in yourself matter so much. And this is why the people who are getting ahead consistently are always investing in themselves, and the people who are staying neutral and going backwards are not investing in themselves. It is a very simple equation. People try to make this seem like this is some crazy woo-woo thing, but it's not. It's actually very simple when you break it down. So there's a population of people who have this mindset of investing in themselves and they multiply their time, and then there's the population who doesn't. I would say this is about 2% to 98%. About 2% of people invest in themselves consistently to get better. 98% of people do not. That's the way that it works. And if you just understand that, you just got to ask yourself, which group are you in and which group do you want to be a part of? Earl Nightingale said this, and he did a tape called Lead the Field back in like the 50s or the 60s. He said, you get into a space and you look around and you want to be a high performer, look around, see what everybody else is doing, and do the opposite. Because most people, the group, the crowd, the majority is usually wrong. So look what the majority is doing and thinking and saying, do the opposite of that, and usually you'll end up successful. Now, sometimes you're going to be wrong, but if you do it enough times in the long run, you're going to be right. It's just like you make 100 investments. Not all of them are going to make money, but the few that are right, or the ones that are right, are going to more than make up for the ones that are wrong. That's why investing matters so much. So let me take questions. Anybody got a question, go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'm just talking about buying time real quick to something that I want to get off here on this Friday evening. Work on your game live. I didn't put it up on the page yet, but we're going to extend the deadline. Ticket deadline is going to go to the 23rd of January. So the 16th is this Sunday. So it'll be next Sunday is the last day that you can get a ticket to this event. Work on your game. .live is where you get the ticket. Is the link in my bio on Instagram. January 23rd will be the last day to get a ticket. So let me see what we got here. I think I saw one question. Slav Lubomir said, and listen to the show. I think the show's still on Google Play. If you look it up, Slav, I think we're on Google Play. I think they changed it, actually. It's on Google Podcasts. I think that's what they changed it to. But we are on Google something. Google Podcasts, I think, is the new app that they have for podcast shows. So I appreciate you. Question is, do I recommend reading my books in a certain order? You got the Bulletproof Bundle. Those 4 books called the Bulletproof Bundle. Yeah, so it's the Discipline, Confidence, Mental Toughness, Personal Initiative in that order. So Mirror Motivation first, Super You second, Mental Handbook third, Best Practices fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mirror, Super You, Mental, 100. Mirror, Super You, Mental, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the black book, the yellow book, the red book, and then the black one. In that order. Relentless Wealth. So read the Mirror Motivation first. All right, so I'm just talking real quick for those who came in a minute ago. I was just talking about using your money to buy time. This is the most important thing that you need to do to advance in life. If you want to move forward in life, you got to use your money to buy time. You just got to think about, where do you want to make those investments? So this year, I'm going to a bunch of events. How many events am I going to this year? So I got 1. I'm not talking about my own event. So 1, I got 2, 3, 4. I already got 5 events in the first 3 months of this year. I'm going to be attending physically. Is it physical attendance? Yes, physically attending 5 events in the first 3 months of this year. Why? Because I want to meet the people. I'm not talking about the speakers on the stage. I'm talking about the people in the audience. I'm going to events where I know there's going to be kind of people in the audience who I want to meet, who I want to connect with, who I want to build with, and I'll build relationships with, because that's where the opportunity is at. And I'll do other things too. And there's some masterminds that I know I'm going to get into, and some stuff that I don't even know I'm going to get into that I will get into. I don't even know about yet, but I know my eyes and ears are open, because I'm looking for ways to invest and get insights and information from other people who know stuff that I don't know. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So I'm looking for people who know some things that I don't know. Doesn't necessarily mean they know more than me. I know stuff over here. They know stuff over here. So I can help them. They can help me. Maybe I'll pay them. Maybe we'll work together. Whatever it's going to be. But I'm looking. I'm open to this. This is the mindset that I'm trying to help you all understand. It's not a matter of you have to go do a specific thing. It's just a mindset that you got to keep yourself open to, because this is what the people who are playing at the highest level, this is what they do. Everybody. That's what I want y'all to understand. Any of you who's a sports fan, the best athletes, they go out and hire the best trainers. They got the best nutritionists. They have the best people for their stretching and keeping their body in shape. They got the best trainers for, if they're a football player, the best trainers for catching the ball, the best trainers for throwing passes for quarterbacks. If they're a basketball player, the best trainer for dribbling and the moves that they do, whatever. They go hire the best people That's why they're the best performers. They have the best people around them. Yes, they have talent. Yes, they got ability. Yes, hard work, believing in yourself and all of that. But at the same time, they go and make investments. That's why they're the best performers. You look up the best performers in any space, find out what they invest in. I guarantee you they're near the top in terms of investing in their performance. You might not always hear about it, but I guarantee you they're making more investments than the people at the bottom. Guaranteed. It is not talent, folks. This is not a talent race. People will have y'all thinking that is a talent thing. It's not a talent thing. It's a mindset thing. It's a philosophy thing. All that said, get your ticket to my event called Work on Your Game Live. You can get into the event. Yes, register a seat. You can attend the event. It won't cost you $1. We will spread out the rest of the ticket cost over the course of the rest of the year. So if it was an investment thing for you, a financial thing for you, I done solved that problem. $1, you will be in the room at Work on Your Game Live, full 2 days, just like everybody else at the event. $1 gets you into the event. Go to workonyourgame.live is the link in my bio. Next Sunday, January 23rd, is the last day to get your ticket to that event. If you want to invest in yourself, the most amazing thing you can do, the best thing you can do for yourself in 2023 is be at Work on Your Game Live. Aswan just commented there. He's going to be at the event. Shout out to everybody who's already got their ticket to the event. If you have not got your ticket yet, go to workonyourgame.live. If you're thinking about it, go to workonyourgame.live. If you know you want to invest in yourself this year, go to workonyourgame.live. If you want to get better this year, go to workonyourgame.live. Mindset, strategy, systems, execution, and a bunch of more things. We got a 90-page program for the 2 full days of this event. 90-page program. All right, so I'm going to be going deep for 2 days straight. So if you like these that I do here for 15 minutes, imagine what I'm going to do for 2 days straight, and I've actually planned it ahead of time. That's what we're going to be doing at Work on Your Game Live. So get your ticket. Link is in my bio. You got a question about anything, send me a DM, or you can text me my text number. I'll put it in the comments here, and then we'll wrap this up. If you want to text me, you can text me at this number right here, or just DM me on Instagram. Everybody have a great weekend. We are out of here. Work on your game. Dre all day.